Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. The latest on the SEC versus Ripple, and why it might just have either of these two endings. Where are we going? How's it going to go? What direction? What's happening? Is this actually going to end? Because at some stage, this is going to end. Like, it cannot go forever. Now, we know that there's been an extension from the 14th of January to the 19th of January. You know that, I know that. And the reason, well, it is reported to be scheduling conflicts. In the meantime, however, crypto lawyer John Deaton, who is representing the interest of thousands of XRP holders, was a guest on a particular podcast. And, they were talking about it. And there's a couple of interesting things here. Now, for me personally, one of the main things is the internal documents at the SEC, and their documents on Bitcoin, their documents on Ethereum, and even a document dated June 13th, 2018 on evaluating XRP and whether it's a security. And the SEC has refused to turn any of these documents over, and they're claiming that they're privileged. And they're claiming that they're privileged, and even though they've never made an official declaration, and also that they've never made an official declaration on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that they're holding strong to that. So they are holding very, very firm that whatever was said in the past is not an official saying by the SEC, and that's where we stand. And we're not passing over the documents, and they're fighting really, really hard to do that. Now, he talks about at some point Ripple could tap out and say, listen, we'll go with a certain designation. We can only sell to accredited investors now, and there's ways to get around it. But he goes on to say in that particular podcast that he doesn't see that happening. I see it either settling, and I think settlement. 90% of these cases go to settlement. 90% of cases like this go to settlement. For me personally, settlement. I don't see Ripple or SEC going all the way to risk a win or a loss. Now, SEC holding on to those documents, desperately trying not to let Ripple get their hands on it. I think Ripple will get their hands on it, and then it'll be bye-bye. Bye-bye case, settlement. Get the documents, or maybe even just as they're about to hand over the documents, they'll come to a settlement agreement. To me personally, that is how I see this playing out. But what do you think? Now, the big, huge news that I've got for you is that settlement talk is now confirmed. So big shout out to Stephen Huber for uncovering a real gem. A real gem. So it is in the papers, right? So far, there is, pursuant to an order filed in the case, the attorneys for Ripple and SEC are court-ordered to meet face-to-face or by video conference. No doubt Gary will leave his living room for at least 1 hour to discuss settlement. This must occur within 14 days of the close of fact discovery. So 14 days from January 19, this needs to happen. It's a written document. Like, this has to happen. They have to sit down for an hour and talk about it. All expect discovery shall be completed no later than the date that has been done. And all counsel must meet face-to-face or via video conference for at least 1 hour to discuss settlement within 14 days following the close of fact discovery. So, this is big. This is huge. Now, of course, settlement talks happen behind doors. We know that behind closed doors, things are happening. Like, we know that behind closed doors, things are happening all the time. That there's no doubt about that. What's really interesting is that it is actually being put as a legal condition. Like, this must occur. There has to be at least 1 hour where both parties are sitting down and talking about settlement. I mean, if that's not an early Christmas present, I don't know what is, right? I mean, that is awesome. Now, Jay Clayton said in a recent interview with Squawk CNBC, he said, "I did not know these companies while I was in government." Well, you did. You really did. He really did know these companies while he was in government. And so, look, settlement, I think, is a best option for the SEC. Honestly, that's how I see it. Now, 19 million XRP transferred by leading exchanges. Whales keep purchasing XRP. Again, do as they do, not as they say. They're buying, and they're buying in big chunks. Of course, we're going to talk about price. Ripple edges closer to a 23% breakout. We're sitting, hovering, 1% down today at the time of making this. 81 cents at the moment, almost 82. But we'll definitely talk about that. We'll definitely talk about what that looks like and what that can look like. Now, XRP whales have added another 190 million tokens to their stash over the last 3 months. We spoke about that yesterday, but for those of you that maybe haven't watched yesterday, just want to let you know that in the last 3 months, people have been buying, and the whales have been buying in mass numbers. Now, XRP does remain 60% up for the year, despite the drama. Now, Fed Chair Jerome Powell says he isn't concerned about crypto disrupting financial stability in the US. Stablecoins can certainly be a useful, efficient, consumer-serving part of the financial system if they're properly regulated. Properly regulated, right? Regulations are coming. Regs are coming in 2022. So while you've been enjoying meme coins and all these pump and dumps that are out there, your time is up because regulations are coming in 2022. And when you look at your portfolio, when you study your portfolio, depending on what your strategy you're on and how you're positioning yourself, if you are vulnerable to potential regulations disrupting your portfolio, I would seriously start to look at how to diversify and how to remove some of the risks that you've got at the moment. Make sure that whatever you hold has utility. Number one, utility. Now, former SEC Chair Jay Clayton says he believes strongly in crypto technology. Of course you do, buddy. The amount of money that you've made from it, right? But he believes that crypto technology is here to stay. Well done, mate. It doesn't really mean much to us. Now, Tony Valentino. So, in a tweet, he said regulatory clarity will be the first major announcement. This will open the gates to many institutions that are waiting on the sidelines. We could easily see the market cap grow by a few trillion within weeks. Next step will be UN, IMF, Fed throwing their weight behind XRP. Look, I am super excited about 2022. Regulations will be good. Big money is coming into the crypto space. Not just XRP, but big money is about to fly into the crypto space. Now, RippleNet via Fusion Total Messaging, right? So Finastra have a tool using RippleNet to manage cross-border payments easier with RippleNet via Fusion Total Messaging. We're going to start to see a lot more of this come out in 2022. Now, I do want to alert the community on something, right? So there's a lot of scams out there at the moment. Pretending to be Ripple, things that look like Ripple emails. Please, when it comes to your crypto, your ledger, everything, right? If you get even a 0.001% gut feeling that it could be a scam, please protect your assets and protect your crypto. These things are scams. You got WhatsApps, you got WhatsApp messages on YouTube pretending to be me. I do not use WhatsApp. I will never touch your money. Your money is your money, right? There will never be any conversation between us about your money. Nothing, right? I mean, I have a YouTube channel and entertainment purposes, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So any WhatsApp conversation pretending to be someone, be careful of that. Any email pretending to be someone, be careful of that. Anything that looks like Ripple or anything that you hold that you get asking to connect your wallet or anything that looks remotely dodgy, please quadruple check everything. I don't want you to get caught out. Let's jump into it, Tony. Let's have a look at some indicators. As we begin to look at the indicators, what we are noticing is that the MACD, you can see the MACD has turned bullish on the daily. The RSI is sitting at the bottom, almost into the overbought zone still. But you can see from a Bollinger Band perspective that we are edging closer to the moving average 50, but there's a long way to go. Now, action-wise, there has not been that much action. Like, there has not been that much action at all. So you can see here from an hourly perspective, hasn't been that much. So then from an hourly perspective, this is what's been happening. Now when we look at the 4 hour, you can tell, yes, it is bullish. Again, the MACD, the RSI sitting towards the middle. And from a Bollinger Band perspective, you can see that there's not much, right? I mean, there's been hardly any volume. So from an indicator's perspective, we don't really get to learn much at the moment, especially as Bitcoin is now 3.95% down for the day. And it is sitting in a window, right? So it's going up and down in this particular channel. So it's in a channel and it's just sitting there and hovering over it. So we haven't had a break up or a break down of Bitcoin yet. We are obviously expecting a break up, but at the moment we're just sitting in this particular channel. This is on the 12 hour, you can see that. But let's jump into looking at the charts and looking at what can happen next. We begin to look with this because I think that this is exactly how we're going to start to get out of this. So we need to break out. We're going to break above 90, consolidate at around 85, 86, and then break above $1, come back down into the 90s, break above towards 110, then come back down again to 90, and then go off and go into 120 and 130 territory. So expect something along these lines to occur as we head towards Christmas, and like to around like a week sort of time frame on that. So something like this is more simplified, but that's actually how it's going to go. But that's the simplified version. And breaking above 90 is important, and breaking above $1.05 is even more important from a support and resistance point of view. So we are waiting, and we wait patiently for that to occur. And again, from a different perspective, this is how we look. Now, if it's going in the wrong direction, or at the moment we are, right? I mean, we could be touching 80 cents again, maybe even 79 cents, and then we go up and start to move towards into the high 90s. And then from the high 90s, we move into the $1.05, break above $1.05, and then continue to go up. And again, from a different perspective, December 2017 and December 2021 is not looking too different, right? It's not looking too different at all. So it's weird how similar some of these things are. And this is the channel that when I say we're in a channel, this is the channel that we're in, and we got to break out of here. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to occur. So, and then when we look at this, I think again, that channel, we've got to break above $1.30, and then consolidate above, and then begin our journey towards breaking the previous all-time high, and then going towards double digits. But from a longevity point of view, the future looks super bright. I am so excited, right? I cannot begin to explain how excited I am for 2022 when it comes to XRP. If you learned something new today, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.